waters. Here are the top 15 most dangerous types of fish ever found. Number 15, needlefish.
No, I really thought
1 meter long.
I really thought that's a swordfish. I thought that's what they called it.
I thought a swordfish was like a shark.
Is it really?
I don't know.
I don't know. You know more than me.
And weighing just 4 kilograms. Needlefish are a lot more dangerous than they look. That's because these fish not only have a long, sharp, and bony beak,
Look like an electric
but also
eel.
have a tendency to leap out of the water at its speeds of up to 60 kilometers per hour.
60 kilometers? I can't talk.
Bro.
How do you say it? 60 kilometers?
Yes, sir.
Did I say that right?
Yes, sir.
Bro, that boy got the sliders all the way up. He got the sliders all the way up. What? 60 kilometers?
This has made them a true terror in their Indian and Pacific Ocean habitats, as they're attracted to lights from boats and will often leap out and impale unsuspecting sailors. As a result, they are widely considered to be even more dangerous than sharks to fishermen.
Bro, imagine
who work in
dying from that creature.
needlefish-infested areas. Number 14, stingray. As the name suggests, stingrays stand out due
Wait,
to
I
having
thought
a
these
stinger near
creatures.
the base of their
Bro,
tail.
I thought these.
While they are usually
You won't let me
docile,
pause.
they don't
I
have
thought these creatures were low key chill. Cause wasn't it like a teacher on Finding Nemo? Nah, for real.
Yes, yeah.
Wasn't it a creature on
and
Finding
they
Nemo?
was like on top of his back and stuff.
Yeah. So how are they?
So
How
how are they gonna?
how they dangerous?
Stinging people, bro. I never seen that before.
I don't know. I call cat. I think they lying.
hesitate to use said stinger when they're threatened.
Hey, if it was dangerous, Nemo wouldn't ride with it.
That's what I'm saying.
Pause.
Typically speaking, this only occurs with humans if one is accidentally stepped on, as they tend to burrow under the sand as camouflage in order to ambush prey. Unfortunately, these stings are usually extremely painful and often cause secondary symptoms such as local tissue death, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and muscle cramps. Yet, while smaller stingrays likely will not kill you, larger species can pose...
So it got camouflage as its secondary power. That's crazy.
...is a very real threat. Most notably, famed ecologist Steve Irwin learned this the hard way in 2006, when he unfortunately passed away after coming into contact with a 2-meter-long bull stingray.
Stupid.
As a result, we'd recommend
I'm just
swimming
kidding. Rest
in
in
the
peace.
other direction if
Rest
you
in
see
peace.
one
My
on
bad.
your next
Stupid.
tropical vacation.
I feel so bad. My bad.
Number 13, giant moray eel. Although there are over 200 different species of
What
moray
the heck?
eel,
That looked like
the
a
giant
dinosaur.
moray eel is certainly the most troublesome. Found throughout the Indian and Pacific Oceans, they can reach up to 3 meters in length and weigh as much as 30 kilograms. While they're not all that aggressive due to them spending most of their time in the burrows, they can do
Bro,
some
that thing
serious
that
damage
thing
when
moves so
divers attempt
majestically.
to feed them, as they will sometimes lunge forward and bite off the fingers of said divers. As a result, we'd recommend staying far, far away from them on your next scuba diving adventure.
I ain't gonna be down there. You know what I'm saying?
Number 12.
Yeah, I don't know how to swim, bro. So hey,
Found
I'm
in the
fine.
oceans worldwide, the barracuda is an apex predator that has the potential to dish some serious damage. Reaching
Well, how
heights
much
of
damage
up to
we
2
talking,
meters
like
and weights of up
50?
to 50
How much,
kilograms.
how much
The
HP
barracuda
how
is
much
absolutely
Yeah.
massive.
like
And it
how
also
much
sports
HP
a set
do
of sharp teeth in order to chomp down on its prey. But generally speaking, barracudas are harmless to us humans, as they typically only attack other fish. However, in murky waters, they have been known to bite the arms and legs of humans after mistaking them for the underbelly of a fish. They've also been known to chomp
Wait, they be
down
strong-
on
they be
shiny
strolling that
objects
deep?
such as belt buckles,
You see
necklaces,
how deep they
garters.
be
They've
strolling?
been known to bite the arms
Hold
and
up.
legs of humans after mistaking them for...
Bro, look how deep they be rolling,
Bro,
bro.
they be pulling up with the squad, bro. Come
Bro, that's not
on.
that's a whole army right there, bro. That's
You know
insane.
what they call that, right? They call it a school.
Bro, they probably got the comms on too. They probably got the comms on.
You already know.
or the underbelly of a fish. They've also been known to chomp down on shiny objects such as belt buckles, necklaces, and earrings. As a result,
wearing a
these
belt in the
beastly
water?
barracudas really can be quite bothersome. Number 11, anglerfish.
That one's on fire.
When it comes to deep-sea creatures, few are as frightening as the anglerfish. Although only about the size of a coffee cup, they have a pretty frightening appearance, with the 200 different species of them, each featuring a prominent lure that hangs off their front end. It uses this lure to attract prey. Once said prey is close enough, it will clamp down onto it with its impressive set of teeth. However, while anglerfish are certainly extremely dangerous to fish, They live too far below the sea for them to ever come into contact with humans. Regardless, we think you'd agree that this is probably for the best. Number 10. Box jellyfish. While getting a sting from most species of jellyfish would be painful, the box jellyfish definitely takes it up a notch. That's because these feisty fish, which are found throughout the Indian and Pacific Oceans, administer one of the most toxic stings in the world. Now, as far as jellyfish go, box jellyfish are pretty massive, coming in at about 10 feet long. Their tentacles have about 5,000 stinging cells each. And each are equipped with a toxin that attacks the heart, nervous system, and skin cells. Unfortunately, said toxin is so painful that human victims have been known to either go into shock and drown, or die of heart failure mere moments after coming into contact with one. Yet,
why my boy look like that? why he look like that? Hold up.
Drown or die of heart.
Look like a skeleton.
Why my boy look like, you know, the emoji, the skeleton emoji.
That's what I'm saying. I just say look like a skeleton.
Hold up, let me see if I can find that. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Failure mere moments after coming into contact with one. Yet even if you do survive, you can expect to experience considerable pain for weeks. And there's often significant scarring where the tentacles made contact with your skin. As a result, we'd suggest swimming in the other direction if you see one of these in the water during your next beach vacation.
Hey, I ain't going in the water.
Number 9. Killer whales. A mainstay at parks such as SeaWorld and Marineland, killer whales
why are humans so stupid?
Impressive...
If they call killer whales, why are we hosting them at events? And
Bro, I'm pretty sure they're actually nice, aren't they?
I guess, but why they call killer whales if they're nice?
I don't even know for real.
Nah.
Fish on the planet. Typically coming in at a length of about 6 to 8 meters and a weight in excess of 6 tons, they truly are massive. It turns out that they are not in fact whales, but instead the largest member of the dolphin family. Regardless, they are strong hunters, typically attacking in packs and going after seals, cod,
they got
and at
comms
times
on too.
even mink whales.
They got comms on too.
Unfortunately, they have a tendency to attack humans. However, in the wild, these assaults are very rare. Instead, it's when killer whales are put into captivity that they become
So, okay, there's my point. Humans are stupid, bro. They just don't learn, bro.
Yeah, I didn't see
they
the,
never learn.
I don't see the killer whale jumping at him or anything. Not yet, though.
But you hear what he just said. He said that's how they get the most kills. That's how they get the most KDs, bro.
We got that 20 bomb, bro.
No, that's how they get the most KDs.
Got that 20 bomb going, cranking 90s on them.
deadly, as they will sometimes lash out against their trainers out of frustration, stress, or loneliness, often leading to serious injuries and at times even death as a result. These attacks certainly have given killer whale shows a bad rap in recent years. We're constantly adding more people to the Top 5's production team to bring you all the best content. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on and hit the like button.
Nice plug.
Number 8, the reef stonefish. While it may just look like a rock or a lump of coral, the reef stonefish is one of the most toxic fish in the world. Found in coral reefs throughout the Indian and Pacific Oceans, it's a master of disguise, hiding on the sea floor to camouflage with its surroundings. It is while it's on the sea floor that it hunts, quickly swimming and catching unsuspecting prey at rapid speeds. Speeds that are so rapid, in fact, that a reef stonefish attack often lasts as little as 0.015 seconds. However, while these fish are usually not a danger to humans, they very well can be if threatened. That's because they have 13 dorsal fins on their spine that contain a highly toxic venom.
Yo, you for real?
With this venom leading to severe pain, heart failure, and even death if left untreated. Luckily, since 1959, there has been an antivenom that can treat stonefish
This is
stings.
exactly why I don't
It's
be
also
swimming.
said that putting a wounded area in hot water can help soothe the pain. Yet given that they only sting if stepped on or otherwise touched in any way, it's pretty easy to steer clear of them while snorkeling or scuba diving, so long as you keep your hands off the reef. Number 7, Goliath tigerfish. While most of the fish on this list only attack humans if provoked, the Goliath tigerfish stands apart for having actively attacked humans on a number.
So they're underwater, right? So how the heck do they got water drops?
Maybe that's like venom or something.
Nah, you underwater. How you got water drops, bro? No, that still don't make no sense. If you're underwater, how you gonna see water?
He's out of water right now. So it's dripping off his teeth.
But he's in the water. How is anything dripping off?
He's out of the water right now, though.
How is he?
Number of occasions. Found throughout the Congo River Basin, the Goliath tigerfish is rather large, growing to lengths of about 1.5 meters and weights of up to about 50 kilograms. It hunts by ambushing small fish, speeding up to them and clamping down on them with a large set of teeth, with each tooth typically growing as much as 1 inch long. As a result, it shouldn't come as a surprise that the local name for the species is the mbenga, which means the dangerous fish in Swahili. Yet what makes the Goliath tigerfish really dangerous is the fact that it will often attack prey much larger than itself. As such, it has routinely assaulted both crocodiles and humans, and stories abound throughout the Congo River Basin of attacks from this nasty creature. As a result, we'd recommend staying far away from this body of water unless you'd like to become its next victim.
Nah, I'm straight.
Number 6. Red-bellied piranhas. Throughout the Amazon River, there are packs of predatory fish known as red-bellied piranhas. These crazy carnivores, which grow to lengths of about 50 centimeters and weigh in at about 5 kilograms, are notable because they are not only meat eaters but also have extremely sharp sets of teeth. Typically, they use said teeth to chase down small prey such as worms, crustaceans, and fish, and in fact will often scavenge for plants and insects in order to meet their dietary needs.
Bro, you know what's crazy, bro? Like, only like 5%, 5 to like 20% now, I think, of the ocean's been explored. That means, like, there's probably a lot more creatures that we don't know about.
That's wild.
That's insane, bro. Like,
probably not even 20%, bro. The ocean's so big.
Yeah. And you know, I think, we didn't explore more space because space is endless, but that's insane, bro.
Space ain't real, bro.
And this is exactly why I don't be swimming in, like, the ocean or nothing like that, bro, because I ain't trying to die from whatever creatures are in there. Also, I can't swim, so.
Well, you should learn.
However, when food is scarce, piranhas will at times gang together to take down large prey in what is known as a feeding frenzy. Usually eating up said large individual within minutes. The victim will typically be an animal such as a capybara or an egret. However, in some cases, the victim will unfortunately be a human. And although such occurrences are extremely rare, they have unfortunately led to some very horrific deaths. Number 5. Swordfish. As the name suggests, swordfish are definitely one of the sharper fish out there.
Ha! You get it? You get it? He said swordfish, one of the sharper fish out there. My boy got jokes, bro.
Because their sword-shaped bills are extremely honed and durable, and are typically used to hunt down smaller fish. However, rather than impale their prey with their swords, they typically use them as scythes, slashing through small schools of fish in order to knock them out and gobble them up.
Oh, so that's like how they get their knock. That's how they get their knock.
To humans, swordfish can be quite the hazard when they're harpooned. That's because when impaled, they will typically jump or dive in such a way that could damage a boat or injure a human.
Dang, that's OP, bro.
Unfortunately, a Hawaiian man by the name of Randy Lames found this out the hard way in 2015, when he became the first recorded person to be killed by one.
Whoa, they're that big? I legitimately thought they were like about this big.
No, that's like the needlefish thing.
Yeah.
Swordfish is like.
They kind of like.
Basically a shark. You know what I'm saying?
It's a fish though.
Isn't that,
what is it?
Isn't that in the ocean though?
What is the difference between a shark and a fish? Besides like the size.
The shark's more of like a dinosaur.
That make no sense.
Yeah, I know.
That actually makes no.
It just sounded cooler in my head, you know.
Okay. All right.
Of these creatures. You see, he had shot one with his harpoon when, by instinct, the swordfish jumped up and, in the process, punctured Lambs in the chest, leading to him to later passing away in the hospital. This just goes to show how dangerous swordfish truly are. It turns out.
Notice how all those people are white.
That's what I'm saying.
But that swordfish are much more dangerous when they're out of the water than when they're inside of it. This is because their meat contains very high levels of mercury, and this is of special concern to pregnant women. Turns out that long-term swordfish consumption can cause mercury to accumulate in your bloodstream over time, and that if too much mercury is in a pregnant woman's bloodstream, it could damage a baby's developing brain and nervous system. As a result, we suggest you stay far away from this mercury-high fish dish if you're expecting a child anytime soon. Number 4, pufferfish.
Ooh.
While pufferfish may not be the largest or fastest fish out there, their ability to puff up and poison their predators makes them extremely dangerous.
You get it?
Now,
Pufferfish.
pufferfish typically only inflate when they feel threatened, as their puffed up persona makes them look like a giant ball of spikes, which isn't exactly appetizing for a would-be predator. Additionally, their spikes contain a neurotoxin known as tetrodotoxin, which can cause paralysis, seizures, and even death in humans.
Bro, look at his eye.
To make matters worse, the
Go back,
neurotoxin
bro,
is
go
not
back.
only up to
10 seconds.
1,200 times more poisonous than cyanide, which isn't exactly appetizing for a would-be
Mhm.
predator. Additionally, their spikes contain a
Look at his
neurotoxin
eye, bro.
known as tet.
Bro, look like the galaxy, bro.
That's crazy. Chad, that's crazy.
What'd you say like that, bro? He said.
A neurotoxin known as tetrodotoxin, which can cause paralysis, seizures,
Nah.
and even death in humans. To
Nah,
make
those
matters
eyes
worse,
are
the neurotoxin
calm.
is not only up to 1,200 times
Nah,
more.
I actually gotta look
neurotoxin
at
is
this
not
again.
only
Hold
up
on.
to 1,200 times more poisonous than cyanide,
What?
but it's also so abundant in the pufferfish that just one
Oh,
has the
I didn't go
ability to
back far
kill
enough.
up to 30 adult humans.
Oh well.
When you then further consider that there is no antidote for a pufferfish's neurotoxins, it becomes clear that they should probably be avoided. Interestingly, however, there is a Japanese delicacy known as fugu that turns the pufferfish into a delectable dish. Having been eaten by the Japanese for over 2,000 years, fugu is a mainstay in Japanese culture. However, in recent years, it has been heavily regulated by the state. Ever since 1958,
Yo, is that
chefs
what-
had to obtain
I thought
a
that was
license in
watermelon.
order to
Actually,
prepare
I
fugu.
thought that was watermelon.
This involves
And you
first
was mistaken
completing
for
a
watermelon,
2-year
you know what I'm
apprenticeship under a certified fugu chef, and then undertaking an examination.
That's crazy.
The first 2 hours of said examination is written, but afterwards, there's a 3-minute fugu identification component, and
So you think
They look fire.
if you eat a puffer fish, do you think if you scare them before, you get more meat out of it because it's expanded?
Bro.
No, that's a good question.
Hey, not a good question.
Yes, it is, bro. Think about that. Think about it,
but afterwards,
Like,
there's a 3-minute.
bro. Like that's like twice as much meat. I feel like because it's expanded.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
No, I'm being dead serious.
How
What,
could you-
what you all think, chat?
How could you get more meat out of what it?
I don't know.
It
It
already
expands.
has.
How do you know? How do you know? Bro, because like when it's like not scared, it's more thin, right? When you scare it, boo, it expands. So like, therefore you get more food, and you get to feed more families with it, bro.
Dude, that's smart.
Man, I'm a genius.
You should be a scientist or something.
Fugu identification
I probably
component and a 20-minute fugu preparation component. However, considering that only about 35% of the applicants pass, the license certainly isn't easy to obtain. Regardless, even though these chefs are highly trained,
Nah, bro,
you
those
would
eyes are
undoubtedly
calm.
be taking a pretty big risk if you
That's
chose
an
to
aura
consume
fish
a
right
pufferfish.
Horrorfish.
That's an aura.
Number 3, lionfish.
Is that a Pokemon?
While the vibrant patterns, bright colors,
Bro, that look like a Pokemon, bro. That look like its name is Charfish. I don't know. I don't know
Let me
no
see if there
Pokemon
is a,
name.
what do they call it? Lionfish?
Yeah.
colors, and interesting shape of a lionfish may
There actually is, bro.
Wait, there is? Hold on. Show this to chat. Show chat. Show chat.
Is it this one?
Bro, you know what?
How's that?
No cap. I think Pokemon be stealing like
It won't even-
Pokemon like
it won't
characters.
even,
Nah, I got it. You probably got to let it take a second.
Oh,
Bro, they literally took the idea from Earth.
I think they get it. You know what I'm saying? I think they can see
They
it.
took the idea from Earth, chat.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Nah, that looked like a sea lion, bro.
No kidding.
No, it kind of looked like a sea lion. I don't really like watch Pokemon or play
Me either.
Pokemon, but
they
in
make
fact,
them
you know, when I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to watch Pokemon.
Why?
I don't know. My parents just wouldn't let me watch it.
It's kind of sus.
I guess I don't know why.
one of the most beautiful fish on this list, this certainly doesn't make them any less dangerous. Hailing from the South Pacific and Indian Oceans, there are 12 species of lionfish out there, all of which feast on shrimp and smaller fish. However, when threatened, they'll make use of the poisonous
Texas
spikes that they
Bahamas.
have across their back, pelvis, and underside. Being filled with toxin, being stung with said spikes can cause intense pain and sweating, and in extreme cases, respiratory distress and paralysis in humans. Luckily, there's a rather simple cure for lionfish stings, as one must simply remove the spines and soak the wound in hot water to help break down the toxins. If this treatment is performed, then the pain from the sting typically subsides after 1 or 2 days. However, if it's not treated in time, then it's far less effective. Yet what makes lionfish even more worrisome is that they're an invasive species, appearing in densities of over 350 fish per hectare on some reefs. They have spread across the eastern seaboard and the Mediterranean.
Bro,
This is
it got
problematic
different
because
color
they not only
mods.
have no predators outside the Indo-Pacific,
They got
but
different
they also
mods.
have a voracious appetite, and most notably
Got different
decimated about
customization.
65 to 95% of the endemic small reef fish in the Bahamas in just a 30-year time frame. As a result, we can expect issues regarding these feisty fish to continue to skyrocket if their overpopulation is not addressed soon. Number 2, Candiru. Found in the depths of the Amazon, the Candiru is a fish that is very
hey,
small.
I want to react to a video about the Amazon, probably like
That'd be lit.
eventually, bro. Cause you know about those people that live in the Amazon that be like super soldiers. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
I think they eat people too, bro. It's
do.
crazy, bro. They crazy people.
Small but incredibly mighty. Measuring in at about 17 centimeters in length and being clear in color, it's very hard to spot and is widely known as a vampire fish due to its tendency to swim into the gills of smaller fish and live
That
off them
fish
like a
looks
parasite.
fruity.
You gotta be
However,
so
while the
dumb
reports
to
on the
do that.
subject are shaky, there's quite a bit of anecdotal
said
evidence
what?
to suggest that
You
candirues
said
have
what?
another target: humans. In particular, reports specify that
There you go.
candirues have a tendency to swim into human private parts, with urethras being the most common place of attack.
Oh
said
heck
that-
nah!
What did he say?
Oh heck nah!
What did he say?
And this is exactly why I don't be in the water. This is exactly why I
Bro,
don't be in the
imagine,
water.
Bro.
Once there, they will latch on to its walls with barbs, with said spikes only driving deeper into them if you try to pull one out. As a result, while some suggested remedies do exist, many historical accounts suggest just cutting the offending member off in order to relieve yourself of the pain. Luckily, however, the
That's
actual empirical
insane.
evidence attesting to candiru attacks remains limited. In fact, many scientists today believe that these were just sensationalized stories, and that if a candiru were to swim up your private parts, it would be completely by accident, as they would not survive for long after having done so. Regardless, we'd still suggest staying far away from the Amazon's murky waters, just in case. After all, you never know if a cruel candiru will make you their next target. Number 1, great white sharks. Although great white sharks are not quite as dangerous as movies like Jaws and Sharknado make them out to be,
Bro.
they definitely still are one of the
Bro,
most...
have you ever seen Sharknado?
So, actually, I might have seen
That
part of
movie
it,
is comp, bro.
bro.
If you want to talk about cinematic masterpiece, bro, watch Sharknado. Watch it. Watch Sharknado,
So many people dog on that movie.
bro. They're full of it, bro.
I'd be
They're
down.
delusional.
I'd be down to watch it though.
It's fire, bro. No cap. I might start like a movie reaction type YouTube
that'd
channel.
actually be sick.
That'd be fire.
Good idea for real.
most dangerous
Let me know if I should do that, chat. Let me know.
They said
animals out there. Measuring as long as 6 meters and typically weighing in at more than 2.5 tons,
Yeah.
it's pretty clear that the great white is massive. Unsurprisingly, it therefore uses its sheer power and 300 serrated teeth to its advantage, attacking prey such as sea lions, seals, small-toothed whales, and sea turtles.
There's lions in the
And it
sea,
turns
bro.
out that at times humans also make their way onto the menu. And while sharks don't actually like the taste of humans, they often mistake them for seals. However, after they take one bite and realize their
Bro, why
mistake,
you
they
give me the
generally
side
swim
eye,
away.
Sam?
Unfortunately, this really is rather weak
Oh, you
assurance,
just be saying
as even
something.
one bite is enough to severely maim or even kill a human. Yet with only about 30 to 35 great white shark attacks occurring per year, the chances of you coming face to face with one are rather low. As a result, if we crunch the numbers, it seems that it really is the sharks who should be scared of us. That's because if we include all types of sharks, humans kill a total of 100 million of them every single year. In other words, between
And here we go again.
What?
Here's my point, bro.
What's your point?
Guess who's swimming?
It's a white person,
A white person, bro.
and he's gonna.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying.
No, and he's gonna eat the white person.
I'm saying like I feel like black people are no cap smarter than white people. And like they have more survival instincts. I feel like, cause y'all be just doing anything for real.
Yeah, and he about to get eaten for real.
He probably. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't wish that on him, but
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
wouldn't put it
Types of
past him.
sharks, humans kill a total of 100 million of them every single year.
That is
In other words, between 6.4 and 7.9% of their entire population. Primary reason for this shark slaughter is thanks to the demand for shark fin soup from many Asian countries, where it's a delicacy that's so expensive that just one bowl of it can cost upwards of $100. As a result, conservation efforts are being
That's
made
insane.
around the world to ensure that these sharks remain in our oceans and stay off.
Bro, imagine they made like Earth made like a mod with like a puffer fish and then a shark like combined, bro. That is feeding the whole planet if you scare the shark, because it expands.
They should do that.
Bro, they gotta come out with that mod soon. They for real gotta come out with that mod.
Our dinner plates. That's all we have for you today, everyone. Thank you all for watching. Let us know in the comments down below which fish you thought was the most dangerous.
Like that video.
And if you enjoyed this video,
hey, subscribe to top 5.
the swimming pool.
Alright, we got like one more video I want to watch. Largest creature. I can't talk. Yo, you want to read the title, gang? I can't talk right now.
Largest creatures to ever exist on Earth. Monsters of the ocean.
Yeah, never letting you read again. That was corny.
Bro, I gotta have it cinematic, bro.
Stunning mountain
In
range stretching across North America is rightfully considered one of the most scenic places in the US. Hard to believe that at some point this area was covered by a sea, home to a vast number of underwater giants, true monsters.
Bro, I've been saying this for a minute now. Bro, I think dinosaurs still exist.
Ooh.
Like, I generally think dinosaurs still exist. I think they probably over like in Antarctica or something like that, bro.
It's just everywhere.
I want to make like a little documentary about that. Like, I want to interview people. I might do that in like an IRL stream, or I just might make like a normal vlog video about it. Cause like I generally think that dinosaurs still exist, and I'm trying to prove it. Like, do you think dinosaurs still exist? Be honest.
Like, what do you mean?
Man, always eating, bro.
What do you mean? What do you mean by dinosaurs? Like, you talking about creatures that are like millions of years old?
I'm talking about dinosaurs, like
freaking
like a Rex,
like a
T-Rex, like a T-Rex.
Okay, there ain't no T-Rexes, bro. Come on.
Why?
Have you seen one?
Not yet.
Actually, you might be honest something.
I might be honest something, bro.
You might be honest something, bro.
Bro, like I was just having this conversation with my boy on the podcast the other day, and he was saying that's a crazy take. I don't think it's crazy at all. Like I genuinely think that the government are hiding the dinosaurs in Antarctica, and I think that's why all the governments agreed not to claim Antarctica, because then the public will find out that dinosaurs still exist, and then that would contradict the asteroid hitting the Earth and destroying all the dinosaurs, and I don't think they want to fess up to it. So, I don't know. We gonna find out though. We finding out. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there.
Later.
I'm gonna get there, bro.
Sooner or later.
I'm gonna crack down on this case, bro. The people deserve to know that dinosaurs still exist. No bull. Where's the sound? What the heck? Do I need to... Why is the sound not working? On chat.
Broke it.
Did I break it? Do I need to end stream or something?
See if a different video works.
See if this video works. Nah. What's going on, bruh? What the heck? Yeah, I think the government might have turned off the videos because I was speaking the truth.
Bro.
That's probably what
Literally.
happened. No cap. I might have to save this video for another day. Maybe the government will lay off of me after a while. They probably gave me like a 20-minute ban, an hour ban.
It might get off your back eventually.
Yeah. No, because they know I'm onto them, bro. The moment I started talking about dinosaurs, bro, the sound ain't working on here. Because they know I'm onto something. Why ain't the sound working? Okay. Oh my. This is making me.
This isn't funny, guys.
I'm about to crash out. Oh, and the camera. My bad. I had a little tonto
you
transfer.
smacked the desk.
Yeah, that's on me. I'm sorry. Hold on. Why ain't the sound working now? That's actually crazy. Do I need a refresh? Bro, I'm about to crash out. Why is this not working, like, for real?
It didn't connect anything, did it?
No, hold on. Let me try moving this. I'm gonna try moving this closer to my speaker. Well, one of my speakers closer. Yeah, I never had this problem before. That's why it's crazy. Hold on, chat.
Connected to a headphones, it said.
All right, so this sound works. So the government didn't shut off this part.
Yeah, what headphones?
That's weird. That's kind of weird.
Crazy chat.
You know, let's see this.
Underwater giants, true monsters.
What a giant!
Any marine predator alive today.
I don't know if you guys can hear it well enough, chat.
That sea was named
No.
the Western Interior Seaway. And
Let me
80
try.
million years ago, it
Let me try fixing it one more time. One more time.
Can I cop one of
I'm
these?
sorry, chat. Why are you always hungry, bro? You came in here with food. Oh my gosh. Bro, I'm surprised how fit you are, bro.
Appreciate you.
No homo.
Okay, sure.
Okay, I'm not.
You know that was all homo.
I'm about to. What? Oh my gosh. Bro, I probably messed up, bro. I'm about to crash out. Please work this time. We know, Cap, we're gonna have to stick with this.
This stunning mountain range stretching across
I don't even know if you guys can hear
Let me-
this.
is
let me go
rightfully
look- let me go look at the
considered
screen.
one of the most scenic places in the US.
Yeah, cause I can't
Hard to believe
I
that
can't
at
hear it
some
on here,
point
so
this
I don't
area
even.
was covered by a sea.
So that one's working, but then the other sound system is not working. It's kind of making me mad. Can you hear it? I ain't gonna lie, chat. I might need to end the stream. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. See if you can hear this sound system.
Did what later became North America into two parts: Laramidia in the west and Appalachia in the east. At its greatest size, it was 2,500 feet deep, 600 miles wide, and over 2,000 miles long. These ancient waters were ruled by giant reptiles up to 50 feet in length,
And I think dinosaurs are real still.
the apex of the food chain of that.
I ain't gonna lie, chat. I might need to end the stream. We can probably watch this another day. Is it working? Was the sound
It's
working?
working, but it probably don't sound as good as it did.
Yeah, because this freaking speaker's freaking working. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. I gotta chill out. Gotta chill out. I got to chill out. Gotta chill
Does
out.
something to do with this?
See if that works. That's a different sound system. Hold on. Wait a second. Yo, did I cook? Is it working?
Considered one of the most scenic places in the US. Hard to believe that at some point this area was covered
Let's
by
go!
home to a vast number
I'm
of
that guy!
giants, true monsters for whom any
Apple, sign me.
Okay, bye.
Alright. We good now, Chad. We good. We did it.
This stunning mountain range stretching across North America is rightfully
Oh, we on the
considered
United
one of the
States
most
map?
scenic
Gang,
places
gang. We
in
on
the
that
US.
server?
Hard to believe that at some point this area was covered by a sea, home to a vast number of underwater giants, true monsters.
Still,
for whom any
still,
marine
I'm telling you,
predator
dinosaurs
today
are still
would
real.
have been
And
easy
these
prey.
creatures.
That sea was
Haven't
named
found them
the
yet.
We just
Western
haven't found them
Interior
yet again.
Seaway. And 80 million years ago, it divided what later became North America into two parts, Laurasia in the west and Appalachia in the east. At its greatest
Bro,
size,
that
it
server's
was
wild, bro.
2,500 feet deep, 600 miles wide, and over
What?
2,000 miles long. These ancient waters were ruled by giant reptiles up to 50
Yo.
feet in length, the apex of the food chain of their time.
That's crazy.
Giant turtles, as large as modern SUVs, and colossal
You know what's crazy? They say that turtles can still grow that large. Like nowadays.
predatory fish up to 20 feet long, capable of swallowing human-sized prey whole. Some creatures were so powerful that they could easily crush a car with their jaws. But the
Bro,
most
I know, Cap. Do you think they took this footage, like, recently? So
Yeah.
this kind of proves my point that
Yeah,
dinosaurs
when was
and
this video
these
made?
creatures still exist. Yeah, when was this video made?
4 months ago?
4 months ago. Hey,
Oh,
that
yeah.
proves it.
It literally just proves
That proves it.
dude.
They got it in 4K. They got that in 4K. These
Bro.
creatures still exist. I knew I wasn't stupid. Y'all can't fool me, chat. And the government. They tried shutting down the sound, so I didn't know. That's probably why they did it.
Dude.
I'm on to you guys.
Appalachia in the east. At its greatest size, it was 2,500 feet deep, 600 miles wide, and over 2,000 miles long.
Dang, that's deep.
These ancient waters were ruled by giant reptiles up to 50 feet in length, the apex of the food chain of their time. Giant turtles, as large as modern SUVs, and colossal predatory fish up to 20 feet long, capable of swallowing human-sized prey whole.
That's
Some creatures were
See,
so
hey,
powerful
so
that they
so
could
why is that called a fish? But like, the what was it? The swordfish wasn't called a shark. And they're like the same size roughly.
There's not the same size.
could
Yes,
easily
they are.
crush a car with their jaws. But the most iconic figure of this ancient
Dang.
sea was the ultimate predator, the deadliest and most invincible underwater inhabitant.
Dang, they
of
still
all
got
time.
that. Wait, there's people actually
The
watching
Western-
it. There's people actually watching the real life dinosaurs right now. So there are people who know about this. They just gatekeeping it.
Interior
That's
Seaway
crazy.
was home to everything terrifying and gigantic that you can and cannot imagine.
It's literally real.
The first one of these incredible predators we want to introduce to you goes by the name of Tylosaurus. And believe me, if it suddenly appeared in our seas, it would be a true titan of terror for
Oh, it
all
is.
marine creatures, without
They got the
exception.
4K footage right here, bro.
It belonged to the genus Mosasaurus, an extinct group of giant marine reptiles, and was one of the largest
It looks like an
representatives of
alligator,
its
bro.
kind. Tylosaurus proriga was the most common and one of the largest species, reaching a length of 46 feet and weighing approximately 18,800 pounds. But don't be deceived by the giant size of this monster. It was a very fast and agile predator, able to hunt
so,
confidently in the
so this
dark.
creature,
Hey,
this
yo.
creature got all the slides up.
Look at the name of the channel.
What's the name of the channel?
Look at the bottom of the screen. The bottom of the screen.
It's called Destiny.
No, like on the YouTube video, look at the bottom of the screen.
BBC Earth.
Yo,
Hey, yo, Dad, I have a question. You think dinosaurs are real? Like, still?
there's a possibility that there may be still few.
Thank you! That's what I've been trying to say.
Contrary to
I feel like they
science.
be gatekeeping it from us.
Contrary to science, there's plenty of evidence of man living with dinosaurs.
Exactly, because
There's
that's what I've been
plenty
trying to
evidence.
tell people, and they don't believe me.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to tell. They got 4K footage right here. Look at this.
That looks like a fish
Nah,
and a squid.
nah. This is a dinosaur in the ocean.
Other large predators with ease.
Look at that.
That's
Its flexible aerodynamic
That's a
body allowed Tylosaurus to reach high
Now this is an animation.
speeds,
Keep this.
making
No,
it
watch it.
extremely
Watch
difficult for the
it.
prey.
can't-
Members of its own genus.
That ain't no animation, bro. That's
an
real.
animation.
Nah, that's
Son, you're stupid if you think that's
real.
a
That's real life.
That's a real monitor.
That's a real 4K.
That's a real animation.
Bro, you making me look stupid out here, Dad. Come on.
No, I don't think I'm the one.
Stop
making you
lying.
Look stupid.
Bro, look at you can't tell me Yo, you're being serious. You can't tell me that ain't real.
Yes, I can.
It is real, so you just said it. It's real.
Ain't real.
It's real. You can't. How are you gonna tell me that's not real? Like this is
How big
not
is that
actually
animal?
taken. Shoot, I don't know. Roughly.
It said 46 feet.
Yeah.
46 feet long, and you're seeing the whole thing with the same amount of clearness.
Because we
You ever
got
see-
better
You ever see underwater?
we got better
No.
lenses nowadays.
You can see 250 feet before the water blocks out all the light. Actually, it's 246 feet straight down, and you have no light.
Right.
Which means
So like you're
going
basically saying.
sideways,
you're basic-
you can see less than 250 feet sideways.
So you basically saying like the
I'm
Earth
saying
is,
something.
the planets came a long way.
I'm saying
with
something.
this camera
1/5 of that distance, one end of it would be darker than the other.
Wow.
The
So
clarity would be
they got lights that bright to see it.
no. The sun is that bright. Don't. You're trying real hard to pretend that you're real, but you're poking.
How am I
poking me.
pretending? Do you work for the government?
No, you're trying real hard to pretend like this is a real believable thing.
It
and that
is.
you believe it yourself.
You know what, Dad?
that
You know what?
dang well, you're full of crap.
You know, I
Just
think
like
I'm
the
full
other
of
day
knowledge. I think I'm full of knowledge.
You're full of crap.
Full of knowledge.
Oh look, is that one of the
Other large
government
predators.
birds?
Nah, I got
and
it.
even
Hey,
members
I
of
gotta
its
do
own
my
genus,
research. I gotta do my
the
research now.
mosasaurs.
I'm sorry. I gotta do my research now.
The length of its skull was 4 to 5 feet on average, allowing it to bite off
Was?
large
It
chunks
is.
of prey or swallow them whole, much like modern
They be
monitor
lying to
lizards.
us.
Recently, the skeleton of a
That's
small,
skeleton,
short-necked Plesiosauria dolichoryncops, a reptile about 8
Wait,
feet
look at
long,
these schematics.
was found in the stomach of a 29-foot Tylosaurus. It's hard to imagine, but it swallowed this reptile whole, breaking a few of its bones in the process, yet not even scratching the bones with its teeth. It's likely that the animal was still alive when it ended up in the monster's stomach.
Maybe the monster rotted away and the thing hid in the ribcage and died.
As for Tylosaurus's teeth, they were extremely sturdy, flattened on the inside with a rounded outer surface, likely for holding on to slippery, agile marine creatures. The perfect killing machine,
Bro, that's
from
so
which
real.
there was no escape.
That is so real.
If a potential
See?
victim
Look at that,
tried
4K.
to hide in the deep where visibility was poor,
4K.
Tylosaurus could easily find it there.
Visibility was
Aided by
poor.
How'd they get
clusters
that
of
close
sensitive
without
nerve
without
endings,
killing them?
or perhaps even
Because it's an
electroreceptors located on the
animation,
tip
you
of
can
its
place the
skull.
camera
the
wherever
rostrum.
you like.
Some
This is an
skulls have been
animation.
found with a broken rostrum that had healed
nice.
during the animal's lifetime,
Let's see it too.
with a bony growth forming in its place,
Bro, what?
Let us know
possibly
when
caused
you
by
leave so
ram
we can move our car back into the driveway.
Oh yeah,
Alright,
sorry
alright.
about that.
running into a rock, or even intentionally headbutting prey.
Hey, W Dad though, but
Real.
he knows I'm telling the truth. He knows I'm right. He just don't want to admit it.
Even though it said it was a video game on the bottom, did you see that?
It did not say it was a video game.
Can't go back.
That's just the people
back
who
then.
took the
And
video.
recently, a dinosaur of some sort, it might have been one of those, washed up on shore.
So
And they
you are
gave it a
right.
new name so they wouldn't have to say it was a dinosaur.
That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying, but nobody wants to
Yes,
listen.
it could be there, but no.
It could-
If
it
somebody
is.
caught that on camera, it would hit the nightly news.
It did.
No, it didn't.
Look at this.
It hit some guy looking up animations.
That's not animation.
That's a
That
documentary.
is not an anime.
Nice.
Alright.
Or a rival. This species was really aggressive, as evidenced by numerous discovered signs of skeletal damage sustained as the result of battles with various predators, often including their own kind. It's believed that regular intra-species conflicts among
so real,
Tylosaurus and other mosasaurs
That's what I'm
were
saying.
common. Instead of hunting weaker prey, they fought each other, often wounding and eating one another, rarely surviving to old age. If the largest Tylosaurus were to swim alongside today's great white shark, it would definitely make the shark quite nervous.
No.
At 47 feet
like
in
10
length,
minutes.
it would be more than 3
10 minutes. Nah, I can save this video for later.
Alright, bet.
We're gonna finish this video another night, chat. Thank you for watching. I had a fun time, you know. It's my first stream.
Yes, sir.
I really had fun.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, that's about it. May God protect you and bless
And
you.
bless you. Yes, sir.
And remember, don't listen to the government. Dinosaurs are still real.
Only listen to God.
Yeah, only listen to God. And me. No, I'm just kidding. Only listen to God. Alright. Yeah, bye.